Hello everyone and welcome back to Dog Sled Saga, and we're not going to hire another dog just now because no, we're not doing that either. We actually just hired Hunter, who really needs to rest for a while because he had a very tough first race. Yeah, that didn't quite go according to plan, so we're going to give him a bit of a rest there. But yeah, so I had a thought and I completely forgot it. Okay, we'll get to it later, I'm sure. Oh yeah, no, I remember now. So what some of you guys are saying is that we should actually retire them at 2 years, and I think that's a good idea. So like if we look at Rory, I'm just taking her for example. She's 476 days she's been on the team 476 days, and so 2 years would be 730 days. And I think that sounds reasonable. So that means we have a little bit more time with these guys, although we do need to start training up their next generation, because she still is more than halfway to retirement. And I'm probably going to try and retire bonded pairs together, just because that kind of makes sense. And let's make sure we've got everything set up properly on the regimen. Yeah, okay, so let's go ahead. We'll start a new day. Oh, and we're going to be doing some more conditioning with Polaris. So his natural aptitude is the wheel. His favorite thing is victory. And I think we're trying to condition natural aptitude just to see, because he has a great chance of getting the wheel, but it'd be good if we could get one with middle as well. So let's just see. Yep, I had a feeling that was going to be the case. So he's going to be a wheel dog. That's all right. We do need one for the next generation here. And so what the other thing I wanted to do, let's keep going here. I'm going to put Rory here, and then we'll put the dogs who still need care here, and then switch back to training. Let's go ahead and proceed. There we go. The other thing I wanted to say is I did miss an episode yesterday, so don't panic. We're not ending the series today. We'll go ahead and extend it one more day, and our season finale will be on a Saturday. And what we'll end up doing then, okay, we've got a race. We're gonna go ahead and enter the race. I think we'll keep Sierra in. Hunter is not going to race this time because Hunter has already exhausted his energy and needs to keep resting. Let's see. Who should we put in the wheel? You had your favorite thing 9 days ago. Squirrel is gonna be our lead. Rory, okay, yeah, Rory doesn't need to be in the wheel. Hunter's not going to be in right now. And Avalanche should probably... Yeah, because obedient dogs could be either middle or lead, I think. Were you? Yes. So, oh, great. I don't really want to put Avalanche in, but I think we have to. Although, you know what? Because we don't have anybody else except for Hunter, and Hunter's resting. I'm probably going to end up making... You know what? No, we're just not going to race today because that's just going to go too badly. So let's make sure we get everybody else... Oh, I'm transferring dogs over from training now, who didn't really need to. All right. Because we've got enough to pay our bills and there are still a ways out. We're just going to take it easy and not force them to race because it's going to be too hard for the new dogs. Now, with that said, we do need to continue training some of them. How is Hunter doing? Hunter still has one thing, a deep fatigue. But we do need to continue training with them. And we'll probably... Okay. Yeah, Aeon and Chase are still here. Who do we have? Who do we have breeding right now? Who's at the breeders? I don't actually remember. Who's missing? Is anybody actually missing? Oh yeah, no, Duncan and Snowball are at the breeders. That's who's missing. All right. So we'll be letting them... well, they'll be staying there for a little bit, and that's why we have so few dogs right now. Did you finally recover? Not yet. Okay. So we'll go a little bit further. Hunter at least is easy to keep happy because he has his favorite thing is petting. Let's go ahead and continue again. He should be well rested enough. Not quite, actually. So let's make sure we continue to let him rest. It's going to take him a little bit to get rid of that deep fatigue. And Polaris has grown up. Okay, so he's going to be purple harness because he's not currently placed. I'm going to tone down the saturation a bit, and I think that looks good. So purple is for dogs that haven't gained an official place on the team, so like we don't know what their position is going to be. Otherwise, we have blue for wheel, red for middle, and green for lead. And so purple just indicates, oh, and hunter is good now. Purple just indicates that a dog has not quite figured out where they're going to be on the team yet. We'll go ahead and continue on. 3-dog race. Okay, this could be pretty good. Okay, Polaris is steady, so let's see. Steady is going to be either middle or wheel. And we know his aptitude is wheel. So actually I should put him on blue because we know his natural aptitude is for the wheel. So Squirrel needs to race Aeon. I think we're going to take this time to race Hunter because he's going to have high exhaustion, but that's still not bad. And let's make sure that Aeon gets to train. And we'll go ahead and make sure we're racing our dogs here. So Polaris should actually get his blue harness because I forgot we already know he's going to be specialty at the wheel. So we'll put him in that right after this. We just got to keep an eye on Hunter because Hunter is going, well, actually on both Hunter and on Polaris there. Squirrel is going to be okay. Oh, no, don't you do this. There we go. And both of these guys are already ready. There we go. Let's make sure we get them jumping in time. There we go. So far, so good. All right, I'm just going to feed him in order. And I don't know... Is his favorite thing fame or victory? I mean, Polaris. I think his favorite thing is victory, but I'm not sure. So hopefully we can get him some fame at some point. Oh, there we go. So yeah, it's not fame. I can't remember what his favorite thing is off the top of my head. All right, let's see here, and there we go. Oh, let's keep these guys up ahead. But yeah, I figure 2 years will probably be a good amount of time. That was what you guys were suggesting, and it'll give us plenty of time to work with our dogs, but at the same time, it'll ensure that we're rotating through them fairly well. I think he has it looks like he has Too Proud. I should actually check his traits, because I don't think we ever saw exactly what he has. But yeah, because that'll still give us time to rotate through our dogs, and it'll ensure that we are rotating through them every few seasons at least. Oh yeah, victory, because he got happy about winning there. So he is going to be a natural at the wheel. Both of them got 2 fatigue. Let's go ahead and actually change his right now. So what is the color we've been using for wheel? It's, there we go, harness color, 209, 71, 91, so somewhere in there. So 209, and then we'll adjust it for each dog. So they'll have slightly different shades of each color, but, the same general color. So there we go. And, let's see here. I think that looks pretty good. We'll make sure we go through our petting everyone. And pretty good. So let's go ahead and rest everyone up who was working with us. And we'll proceed. We should probably look into maybe swapping Greg out for someone with better perks, too. Let's see. I think... Let's make sure we keep petting everyone. I think... Okay, let's see. We should be able to switch to training, and then we can swap out... you should be able to swap in here. And it was Aeon. Okay, that was not who I needed to swap. So Polaris and Hunter both still need to rest. Aeon, I'm just going to swap out so we know which one she is. There we go. And that should be good. All right. And so I don't think we'll end up probably retiring any dogs by the end of this this season, but starting in the middle of next season, whenever that ends up happening. Oh, I didn't mean to have him training. I wanted to have him resting. Okay. Darn it. I did something that could be bad. Okay, Polaris. You are not going to be... Oh, I don't even know if we're going to race in this. Because, okay, let's get Shasta in front. I don't think we have enough dogs to be ready for this. Yeah, we don't. Okay, we're not going to race in that one then. But let's make sure these two go on caretaking, and then everyone who's not should be resting. And these two are the two who did need it. Yep, there we go. So now we have 3 wheel dogs, which is probably good because 2 of them will actually be swapping out, and so we definitely need to be working more with Polaris here. Polaris is right here. We probably need to be working more with him because we have... I think we have a wheel dog and we have some middle dogs, but a lot of them are still going to end up, all right, let's get these two back. Nope, not, well, okay, that works. But back in training. But yeah, we need to make sure we're going to have dogs who are ready to take on the next team, or the next, who'll be ready to take on the next league and ready to go even as we have some of their parents retiring. So we do need to be kind of careful about that. And let's see, we still got some time. Wow, we have more and more dogs. We're actually running out of kennel space, believe it or not. Why don't we go ahead and expand one more time just when we have the funds? So yeah, we still have enough. We do have a lot of dogs, but even so, we should still be able to have enough to pay bills. We'll go ahead and continue. And just make sure that we have our kennel expanded. I don't think we're practically going to be able to use more space than that, but even so. All right, let's continue training, and we should have another race probably tomorrow if I had to guess. Not everything shows up on the bottom there because we have so many events happening that it doesn't always show everything. Yep, 3-dog team. All right, so it would be severe exhaustion. Avalanche. Okay, Aeon, you're definitely not in the lead. All right, Shasta, you need to race. Rory, you also need to race. Chase needs... Ooh. Chase actually needs... I'm putting Chase in because Rory can take a little bit more of a rest. Squirrel, you're not going to be racing. You don't need to race just yet. High exhaustion, dangerous exhaustion, and... Yeah, we'll put Sierra in for this race and make sure everybody else stays training. I'm gonna put any of the dogs who are already fully skilled up here with Greg because he's not quite as good at the training. And we'll go ahead and do this because we got to keep everybody's happiness up. I definitely am hoping that we'll get to see more petting start to work its way in. More favorite thing as petting start to make its way into. Oh, I'm sorry, Chase. I'm hoping we'll start to see more dogs whose favorite thing is petting as time goes on, because that's definitely easier to, oh boy, that's definitely easier to take care of than, oh, no, don't do this to me. That's definitely easier to deal with than a lot of the other favorites because you can get it regardless of whether the dog is actively racing. And that's one of the toughest things, is to keep everybody racing. That really does limit how much it practically limits how big your teams can get. Okay, you need food, you need to stay forward, Shasta. Alright, there we go. We're almost in 4th, so we should be good. Oh, whose fault is coming out? Oh boy. Oh no. Oh, I thought I got you food. Apparently I didn't. No, what's happening? Oh, oh boy. That's her fault happened. That was what happened. Oh no, we're getting a lot of fatigue. Oh, great. Oh, Shasta. Oh boy, we're gonna have to rest a lot of it. Why can I not throw to Shasta? I don't really know why. We're gonna have to rest a lot of our dogs after this. Thankfully, I think everyone at least has a pretty good fatigue capacity. Please stay forward. Alright, there we go. Alrighty, but yeah, as we start breeding our dogs through the generations, we'll be able to kind of selectively, oh, they weren't even ready for it, we'll be able to selectively start to develop kind of, our dogs will start to have better traits overall because we'll be able to breed out some of the bad ones through conditioning and breed in better ones. So, ooh, 4 fatigue, no deep fatigue for anyone though, so that's good. Everybody can just stay resting for a few days. Let's go ahead and caretake. Actually, never mind. I'm gonna switch to training, swap these guys out, swap, or I don't know who actually I need to swap in, but let's swap these guys out. And then the ones with fatigue will go here. I think the difference between caretaking is mostly noticeable when you have deep fatigue. It still takes longer to address it. So that's, I think, the biggest time it's noticeable. All right, let's continue. And we have, all right, who can go back to training? Rory can. And Avalanche, no wait, I want them back in training. Actually, I meant, no, actually nobody's ready to go back in training. All right, let's keep going here. And there we go. let's make sure we get Chase and Shasta back in. Sierra's got to rest for a few more days, but she should be almost ready. And hopefully Duncan and Snowball will have another puppy that likes petting, because that's definitely something we want to see more of on this team. Right now we have 2 dogs who like petting, and they're some of the easiest to keep happy because they oh, we got a 5-dog race. Are we gonna be able to do this? Okay. It would be dangerous exhaustion. Wait, Chase, you just had your favorite thing. Rory needs to race. Chase, you're not going to be racing this time. I don't know, you guys. And who else do we have who could be middle? Sierra could be middle. Yeah, we're not going to do this one just yet. We really just have to wait for our middle dogs to get back. And in the meantime, we'll keep training the ones we have. That does mean we're seeing more faults showing up during races. No, I don't actually want to race. I forgot to change that. That does mean we're seeing more faults showing up in races, though. Oh, and Snowball and Duncan return with a new puppy, and we get to give her a name. So it's a female. Ooh, okay, and she's a Samoyed. She looks like Snowball. I think we'll go with the name Whiteout. That's the one that you guys suggested, and that kind of is reminiscent of her mother in some ways. Snowball and then Whiteout, they're both very snow-based names. So we'll go ahead and call her Whiteout, and hopefully she'll be joining us pretty soon here. We still got a little time left in the episode, and thankfully now we have more dogs, and that shouldn't affect... How much are our dues gonna be? 26. So, yeah, we'll still be okay. Alright, let's make sure we get everyone in training. And, oh boy, okay, so we actually have to have everyone on training here. Duncan is already skilled up. We'll go ahead and proceed. And we're definitely going to be trying for middle position and petting with Whiteout there, because that'll be very important if we can get both of those. Alright, let's continue on. We'll keep training. And we should have more races soon so that we can get our team back in action. Hopefully it won't all be 5-dog races, though. Alright, bills are due. We're just going to pay our dues. And we have a 5-dog race. It would have dangerous exhaustion, but we should be able to put... Okay. Alright, I'm going to put Duncan in because Duncan needs to continue his specialty up. Let's get everybody else, make sure they're all in training. Okay, so I'm actually going to swap over... Who's full on training? I'll swap over Squirrel and... Nope, not with Greg. And we'll put Hunter in here because Hunter needs the benefit... yeah, he still does. Hunter will need the benefit of the additional training perk. So we'll have 2 high exhaustion dogs and 1 moderate exhaustion dog. A lot of this is this team needing to build rapport, I think. So, would it be better to have Squirrel lead? Ooh, Shasta actually really needs favorite thing, though. We'll go ahead and do this. This could be a little bit intense, but I think we'll be alright. Hopefully we don't have too many faults coming out, though. Shasta's fault is not all that bad. Alright, let's make sure we feed Rory, and we'll feed everyone up here. No! No! Oh no, and now I'm all completely thrown off. Oops, oh boy, don't tangle, do not tangle. Alright, Rory, you did need some food there, alright. I'm gonna try and go up the line. Oh gosh, okay, Shasta, you're gonna need to pull slightly forward to catch it. Yes, okay, he still got it, okay. I shouldn't have stopped to watch, I should have started feeding other dogs. They caught it around the tree, so that was good. We have the whole lunging out of position thing going on now, so that's kind of a little interesting. Just be careful not to tangle, you guys. There we go, everybody's still got food. And, oh boy, oh, I missed both of them. Okay, we gotta hurry. We have 3 German Shepherds, I just realized. All of the middle dogs are German Shepherds, and I'm not sure I remember what order I put them in. Oh, no, 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 no. Do not tangle right before we have to jump. Do not tangle, period, please, but especially right before we have to jump. Okay, you still need food. That's Aeon, the one who's being too proud and not showing us that she's hungry. Oh, sorry, Rory. I just kind of assumed you would be hungry by this point in time. All right. Oh, boy. All right, here we go. So far, so good. Oh, you need to not tangle. And, okay, we're still good. Yep, Aeon is the one who likes victory, too. There we go. That was a little intense. And rapport up with Aeon, rapport up with Duncan. So that was for Rory, and that'll help make things easier. Duncan got rapport with Sierra, and Aeon got rapport with Shasta and Rory, and Shasta got rapport with Aeon. Okay, so yeah, let's make sure we get everybody resting. I don't think we actually had anybody take terribly too much fatigue. Honestly, yes. I'm gonna put this one in, and we'll just work really, really hard to make sure we get our funding up this time. I'm probably not going to breed anyone right away now because we still have a little bit of time before we're going to have to retire any dogs. So let's keep going. Who's ready to start training again? This is going to be caretaking. So Duncan, Sierra, Snowball need to rest still, and let's get Squirrel back in training. All right, there we go. And I'm going to make sure we get... Okay, who all needs... Everybody's going to need training. I'm going to swap Rory and Aeon out because we need to make sure that all the ones who still do need to train are going to be getting the best training possible. And these guys who just kind of need to keep it up don't have to be. Okay, all right, here we go. We get to spend time with Whiteout. Natural aptitude. I'm going to condition favorite thing. So high potential for fame and high potential for petting. Please be petting. Fame! No, darn it! That's not what we wanted. Okay, we have enough time for probably one more race, and oh my gosh, okay. Okay, Squirrel needs to race. Alright. And we need to, out of our wheel dogs, Rory does not. Polaris does, but it'd be dangerous. Chase also does. I'm tempted to put in Polaris because he'd be in the wheel position. Then Avalanche would have dangerous exhaustion. Chase is not for that position. Okay, Hunter. I'm going to put a Hunter in, and then we'll put Chase in. Polaris is going to need to race, but I'm not going to do that just yet. So Chase would have moderate. Squirrel would have moderate. Hunter will have dangerous, but we can just keep feeding him constantly. And then we'll make sure... I don't want everybody training with Greg if possible. Anybody who needs more skill is going to need to go there. Okay, everybody should be good. I'm going to go ahead and start, and we're just going to make sure we feed Hunter constantly, because this will be when we can tell whether or not he has a specialty, and I sure hope he does, because if he has specialty middle, that'll help us quite a lot, especially when it comes to breeding. It would also be good to make sure that Hunter's going to have good rapport with Squirrel, because they're supposed to be mates eventually. I'm hoping they will be good mates. That was kind of the purpose in getting Hunter, was to have a mate for Squirrel so she could continue her legacy. Alright, oh, Hunter needs more food already. But yeah, that was one of the biggest reasons we actually brought Hunter onto the team, was that he was a potential middle position with petting as his favorite thing, and that would make him a pretty good match for Squirrel. And have some traits that we wanted to be breeding in for future generations. So, that was one of our biggest reasons in bringing him on the team, and so hopefully he will live up to that. He'll at least be able at the middle, but it'd be good to have a natural at the middle who we could continue to be breeding and try and hopefully have more dogs that end up being middle specialty. So, okay. I don't know who's activated. I think that probably is Hunter who activated the lunging out of position skill, because I don't think either of the others have that one. Alright, let's just make sure. Hunter is basically just going to be constantly hungry through this entire race because he has a dangerous exhaustion level, and so we just have to keep feeding him as much as possible so that he doesn't start accumulating additional fatigue. Oops, sorry. Oh, we've got Chase's fault. Hopefully Chase will not get too hungry while his fault is active, because his fault makes it so that he can't actually really catch. Oh boy. Alright, Chase, are you... Yes, you can catch again. Good. And we gotta make sure we keep feeding Hunter. Squirrel, stay forward. There we go. And Hunter one more time so you don't get fatigued. There we go. Alright, there we go. And I don't think we had too much gain fatigue. So he got 3 fatigue. That's not bad. His fatigue capacity actually went up, so that's very, very good. He got the minimum amount of fatigue. Did he get a specialty, though? Because I don't think he did, which I believe will reveal his specialty. So his Nope, he didn't. So he's going to be a lead specialty because his personality is obedience. So he's going to have a natural aptitude for the lead. Well, that would make him and Squirrel a good choice for breeding for lead dogs, but not quite ideal as for what we were looking for. So harness color, let's actually see what our lead color is. It's green, but I want to see exactly what it is. It's going to be 80. So that's about what we want to set it to for him. So his harness color is going to be 80. You actually have to set it one number lower, so like that, in order to get it to look the way you want it to. So I'm going to darken it down a little bit there. There we go. So he is going to be a lead dog. And so we'll be probably, him and Squirrel will have a high potential for breeding and having... or for breeding and having, what am I saying, our lead dogs as their offspring. So, Hunter, although actually, you know what, we have 1, 2, potentially 3, probably 3 lead dogs, because Avalanche's parents were both lead dogs. So actually, I'm going to put Hunter in the middle, but it's not going to be his specialty. He's just going to have to work a little bit harder at that. So that would be a 0 then for the hue. Let's go ahead and change him to that, because it's not going to be his specialty, but it's still going to be something he can be good at. He'll be able at it at the very least. But with that said, I think it's about time to wrap up the episode for today. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you'll be able to join us for the season finale tomorrow. I hope you enjoyed this episode as well, and I will see you guys next time. But until then, this is Jay, over and out.